Welcome to the first news edition of the Lebanon Host Community Support Program, LHSP. Through a close partnership between the Ministry of Social Affairs and the United Nations Development Program, LHSP has been supporting the most vulnerable Lebanese communities to overcome the burdens of the Syrian crisis since 2013. This has been made possible thanks to the generous support of donors like Germany, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, the United States, Italy, Denmark, Norway, Japan, Kuwait, the Waldensian Church in Italy, and the European Union. LHSP has implemented 380 projects covering different sectors such as municipal services, social services, and livelihoods, benefiting more than 1 million Lebanese and Syrians. In today's headlines, Burj Hammoud Public Garden, a green space in the heart of the city. Minister Gerd Müller, Germany will donate an additional 15 million euros to LHSP. Outside the waterfront, from no light to solar light. Lebanon and Germany football game, one team, more goals. Youth entrepreneur competition, promising startups launch their business ideas. Irrigation canals project support Qabbaliye's farmers. Marash Street celebrates the festive season after rehabilitation. UK ambassador to Lebanon visiting Bekaa renews support to host communities. Reforestation and forest management projects, today's seeds are tomorrow's trees. Yes, Tripoli, 150 youth on the path to success. UK Ambassador to Lebanon, Hugo Shorter, visited 4 projects in the Bekaa funded by the UK Department for International Development.
Shorter's first stop was at the Hadanat al-Tufl orphanage in Zahle, where he was received by the Mayor of Zahle, Asad Zghaib, Mayor of Talabeya, George Sawan, and Mayor of Saad Nail, Khalil Shahaimi.
We're very proud of our partnership with the Ministry of Social Affairs and to see how the Lebanon Host Communities Support Program implemented by UNDP has grown exponentially to support vulnerable local communities throughout the country since 2013.
The inauguration was attended by the UNDP Regional Bureau for Arab States Officer in Charge, Sophie Dukayan.
For that, we salute the generosity shown by the Lebanese population and of the local municipalities, particularly in the Bekaa region, that is hosting the highest number of refugees in Lebanon with a population increase of 67%.
And LHSP National Coordinator at the Ministry of Social Affairs, Suhair Al-Ghali.
وإيمانا منا بضرورة دعم الإدارات والمؤسسات المحلية وصمودها في وجه هذه التحديات وتعزيزا للاستقرار الاجتماعي المحلي جاءت هذه المشاريع وتنوعت.
The visit included stops at a number of project sites, including agricultural roads and bridges in Talabeya and Saad Nail, where farmers and beneficiaries welcomed their visitors.
In a visit to Lebanon, German Federal Minister for Economic Cooperation and Development, Gerd Müller, accompanied by German Ambassador to Lebanon, Martin Huss, inaugurated the Cultural Center and Theater in Al-Marj in the Bekaa, which was constructed through German funds. During the inauguration, Müller announced 15 million euros in additional funds from Germany in support of LHSP. Marash Street Christmas and New Year's Festival, an opportunity to discover the traditional market after its rehabilitation.
With the support of the U.S. Bureau of Population, Refugees and Migration, Marash Street Market was rehabilitated. The inauguration was attended by U.S. Ambassador to Lebanon, Elizabeth Richard.
Since the start of the Syrian crisis, we have provided, just as the United States, over $1.3 billion in assistance only to Lebanon. And we're very proud of that. But I know that often those large numbers can fail to translate into something that people can see and feel. And so I'm very delighted to have the opportunity today to show you what that translation looks like. And that translation looks like helping communities on the ground.
MP Agop Bakradonian, LHSP National Coordinator at the Ministry of Social Affairs, Suhair Al-Ghali.
لهذا السوق بالغ الأهمية من حيث الحفاظ على التراث والتقليد المحلي وكونه شكل تاريخيا ولا يزال مساحة لقاء للتجار ولسكان المنطقة وزوارها.
LHSP Chief Technical Advisor at UNDP, Marina Lo Giudice.
The project aimed to boost the economic activities for the local beneficiaries and facilitate access to the street services by preserving one of the historical shopping area of Bush Hamoud and reviving the local economy.
Mayor of Burj Hamoud, Mardik Boghosian, قائم مقام of Matin District, Marlene Haddad, and local stakeholders. The event was followed by a tour on the street where attendees met visitors, traders, and artists.
Under the slogan "One Team, More Goals," a friendly football game was held between a team from the German embassy in Lebanon and a group of local residents.
Funded by KfW Development Bank, 7 football fields were inaugurated in Al Khiara, Rawda, Biri, Mansoura, Sawiri, Ghazi, and Khirbet Ruha municipalities in the Bekaa.
It's a message from the German government to the Lebanese people that you are not left alone. This crisis, the Syrian refugee crisis, is not a crisis of Lebanon alone. It's our responsibility in Europe, especially in Germany, to help Lebanon to shoulder this huge crisis everybody's going through.
فأتت هذه المشاريع كبادرة لخلق مساحة يتفاعل فيها الشباب بروح رياضية وفي جو من التعاون والانفتاح سينعكس إيجاباً على المجتمعات المحلية.
The inauguration was held in Al Khiara football field, where Mayor of Al Khiara, Mr. Mohammed Mazloum, thanked the German government, the Ministry of Social Affairs, and UNDP on behalf of the 7 villages.
With the support of the government of the Netherlands, a number of solid waste and sewage management projects were implemented in more than 16 villages along the southern coastal line in Lebanon. These projects include 3 unions of municipalities, Saida, Zahrani, and Tir, and aim at lowering the cost on the municipalities, limiting the huge environmental impact that solid waste and untreated sewage water cause.
هذه المكنة كنا بأمس الحاجة لإلها لأنها بتشتغل بالشتاء لفتح أقنية المياه وعبارات المياه وبالصيف لعبارات صرف الصحي. السنة ما صار ولا حالة فيضان بفضل وجود هذه المكنة. نحن جدا متشكرين فعلا الجهة اللي منحتنا إياها. تقريبا عم تقدم خدمات حوالي 150 ألف نسمة لبناني وتقريبا شيء 30-35 ألف نازح سوري.
We're supporting Lebanon because we realize that Lebanon is coping with a big refugee crisis. We are very, I would say, impressed by the way the Lebanese population is helping the refugees. How is the number of refugees compared to the Lebanese population? It's numbers which we can't even think about in Holland. Now, as you know, the Netherlands is supporting the LHSP for some time now. We had a first phase of $10 million US, and we're now starting on the second phase of $20 million.
Agriculture is the main source of income for the residents of Kabylias in the Bekaa, where more than 12,000 residents will benefit from the 11-kilometer irrigation canals project funded by the government of Japan.
During a field visit to Kabylias in the Bekaa, Japanese ambassador to Lebanon, Saichi Otsuka, was briefed on the impact of the emergency grant aid of $1 million provided by the government of Japan to support the needs of the Lebanese communities hosting displaced Syrians. After a meeting held at the municipality, Mr. Otsuka, accompanied by the mayor of Kabylias, Jihad Maalem, UNDP country director Luca Renda, and LHSP national coordinator at the Ministry of Social Affairs, Sohair Al-Ghali, inaugurated the project and met with a number of beneficiaries.
كنت تصقي مثلا 4000 دلم صرت تصقي 6000 زادت كمية الأرض. ونشكر كل واحد ساهم وساعد واشتغل بهالمشروع.
Under the project, 500 local farmers undergo a training on business development.
ولا يوصلوا الميات بهالمترين بعدين ساعة هلا بهاي بيوصلوا ب5 دقايق. شفتي وين الفرق؟
Out of 28 new startups launching their business ideas, the teams behind Cranium, Hum & Go, and H-Shirt are ready to make it big.
Funded by RDPP, more than 100 youth took part in the Youth Entrepreneur Competition in Tripoli and Mount Lebanon.
بشوف تلاميذ بيوصلوا على الجامعة بيعملوا هالشيء الميجر اللي منقينه وما بيعرفوا أبداً ليه. فهون شفت إنه في مشكلة بالكارير جايدنس، في مشكلة بالقصص الجداد يلي الأولاد عم بيعملوها. لازم يكتشفوا قصص هن وأصغر، يتعلموا سكيلز جداد تا يساعدهم هالشيء ينقوا الاتجاه اللي بده يروحوا فيه.
قلنا إنه بنعمل شيء اسمه حمص on the go اللي هو هام جو. طلع معنا كونسبت الكباية اللي فيها bread sticks on one side وحمص on different flavors on the other side. ساعتها حيلا شخص بده ياكل على السريع حمص طلع على باله بياخد هالكباية بيفتحها بريد ستيكس وبياكل.
كانت المشكلة الأساسية نحن وبالجامعة ما بنلاقي شيء بيعبر عنا عن جد. كل الأشياء بتشبه بعضها، كل الناس لابسة مثل بعضها.
The project was implemented by Beritech and the Knowledge Development Company in Mount Lebanon and by Biat in Tripoli.
عم تعلم كثير اشياء براتيك، فانه دائما بكل شيء بس تعمل براتيك دوري رح تصير اهين ليك.
اولا نحن من ناحيه الناس نحن رضينا كثير اذواق، لانه في كثير ديزاينرز بدماغهم في كثير اشياء، فاكيد في مثل هالعالم في عالم ناطره هدول ديزاينرز يشتروا منهم. فهيدا شيء بيربط الديزاينر لو كان سينيور ولو كان جونيور، يعني اول ما نبلش كمان بيحس انه واو انا الديزاين تاعي اللي مخبى بالدفتر صار الناس عم تلبسه موضه.
نحن مش بس بدنا اياه برودكت، نحن كمان بندخل معنا يوث اند وومن بيتدربوا معنا كرمال تنقدر نلاقي لهم وظائف، يعني كمان في social impact.
In each competition, the 4 winning teams received each a grant of $15,000 in addition to incubation support services.
وشفنا قديش انه الحمص منا، يعني الحمص شيء كتير بده شغل، يعني يطلع هالقد طيب.
كتير بحب انه بالمدرسة يعلمونا هيك اشياء لانه هيدا شيء كتير مهم للفيوتشر.
As gift of the British people and through funds from the United Kingdom Department for International Development, 115 solar-powered lighting were installed along the waterfront in Saida.
In his first official visit to Saida, UK Ambassador to Lebanon Hugo Shorter inaugurated a solar-powered street lighting system funded by the UK.
Today is an opportunity to show how international support is making a real difference on the ground around the country. As I said, we recognize that Lebanon is facing many challenges, but it also has many friends, and we shall continue to support you.
Saida is grateful to your country for having this opportunity to be a reality.
Your work together is contributing to making Saida a city that is safer, is more prosperous, is more friendly with the community and the visitors.
تكمن أهمية هذا المشروع بأنه يلبي حاجة ضرورية وملحة عبر عنها أهل صيدا من خلال سلسلة لقاءات عقدت بمعية البلدية وفريق عمل وزارة الشؤون الاجتماعية والUNDP من خلال تنفيذ منهجية خرائط المخاطر والموارد.
The project, which included the installation of 115 solar-powered lighting, aimed to revive the old Saida waterfront. The visit included a stop at the Saida Sea Citadel.
After months of training, the support to youth employability and SMEs in Tripoli concluded its sessions.
The graduation ceremony of the YES Tripoli, funded by the Regional Development and Protection Program RDPP, led by Denmark, and implemented by BIAT, was held at the Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture in Tripoli. The project will empower the youth and allow them to enter the job market through theoretical and practical training sessions on a variety of specialties. 73 companies took part in the training and 150 young men and women graduated from it.
After 6 months of rehabilitation works and through funds from the US government, the public garden in Birj Hamoud opens its doors again to the public.
إن افتتاح الحديقة العامة يجدد الأمل والراحة والسعة في التمتع بالهواء الطلق والمساحات العامة التي نحتاجها كباراً وصغاراً.
The welfare and the well-being of the Lebanese depends also on the availability of safe recreational spaces where people from various ages, origins, and background can interact and build a peaceful coexistence.
وبالمناسبة نتقدم بالشكر من مشروع دعم المجتمعات اللبنانية المضيفة والقيمين عليه من وزارة الشؤون الاجتماعية وبرنامج الأمم المتحدة الإنمائي لجهودهم بغية تحقيق هذا المشروع. كما نشكر مموله الحكومة الأمريكية.
Spending this morning with both of the mayors and the municipal councils and the UN Development Program, the Ministry of Social Affairs, it's very clear to me that this program is about partnership. Partnership between all of these different entities and between the communities themselves, and also with us in the US government. And the purpose of this partnership is to support the communities of Lebanon that have been most affected by the influx of refugees.
بيجنن عن جد بيجنن حلوة كتير كتير.
The inauguration of the public garden in Birj Hamoud was an opportunity for the One Voice Choir to give their first public performance. Who are they? A special report.
The reality of the education system in Lebanon leaves many public and a number of private schools in need of financial support to organize extracurricular activities for students. Through funds from the Waldensian Church in Italy, the One Voice Choir initiative seeks to promote socio-psychological health of 63 students from different communities from public and private schools in the area. The project included musical trainings and awareness workshops attended by the youth for weeks and was concluded by a musical event.
We continue to Kfar Rimman in the governorate of Nabatiye, where a water network was constructed through funds from Norway. The new network stretches along 2,200 meters and covers Kfar Rimman and 5 nearby villages. The project was implemented within LHSP in coordination with the South Lebanon Water Authority. UK Ambassador to Lebanon Hugo Shorter, accompanied by UNDP Country Director Luca Renda, LHSP National Coordinator at the Ministry of Social Affairs Suhair Al-Ghali, Akkar Governor Imad Labake, and Halba Mayor Abdelhamid Al-Halabi inaugurated the Halba Public Market funded by the UK Department for International Development. Before the inauguration, Shorter met with mayors of Wadi Khalid and visited 2 irrigation canal projects in Bani Sakhr.
This is an example, again, of a project that was born from the community through the exercise that is called the MRR, the Map of Risk Resources. You have identified this as a priority, and here it becomes a reality.
Coming to see you here makes me feel that seeing is believing. Seeing the mayors of 14 municipalities, seeing farmers and landowners and individual producers and women cooperatives all working together with pride to improve the livelihoods of their communities. I believe that Lebanon, with its resilience and with the international community standing by your side, will grow stronger from the current challenges.
With fewer green spaces and through funds from RDPP and the Government of Italy, a number of reforestation and forest management projects are being implemented by the Association for Forests Development and Conservation, AFDC, the Lebanon for Reforestation Initiative, LRI, and municipalities in different areas in coordination with the Ministry of Agriculture. From Saida to Sarafand, Kharayib, Biseriye, Hebbariye, up to Shuqin and Khiyam, water tanks projects were implemented through funds from the UK.
More than 35,000 residents from 8 villages in the south of Lebanon will benefit from the water tank projects.
فأنشئ الخزان وتم تجربته وحل أزمة لحدود 70% من توزيع المياه اللي كانت كل 4 أيام المرقة على الحي مرة، صارت كل يوم بعد يوم نسقي الحي. نشكر UNDP بالشراكة مع الشؤون الاجتماعية، وبنشكر التمويل الحكومي البريطانية.
كنا كتير نطعم الماء كتير، خاصة ابتداء من الصيف.
صرنا فترة عم نعاني بشكل كتير جدي بالنسبة لموضوع الماء.
هذا الخزان انعمل بوقت كتير ضروري وحساس، خصوصا مع تمدد البلية عمرانيا وسكانيا والزيادة الديموغرافية اللي طرأت بسبب وجود النازحين السوريين على البلية.
فالحقيقة كنا دائما عايشين بأزمة.
هذا بيكفي من خلال وجوده بهذا الموقع إلى جانب ارتفاعه قادر يضخ على كل المناطق الموجودة ضمن نطاق بلديتنا.
providing access to water is a solution to a problem that affects the everyday life of the residents.
وإن شاء الله ما عادش حدا ينقطع من المي بهذا البلد.
Through a $900,000 contribution from Germany, KfW Development Bank, 8 development projects were implemented in Tripoli.
The projects included the rehabilitation of public spaces in Tripoli, the construction of a children's playground and a sports facility in Jabal Mehsen, the rehabilitation of Souq Abdel Hamid in Tabbene, the rehabilitation of the Mallouli roundabout, the provision and installation of lighting inverter systems for public spaces and main gathering areas in Tripoli, and the provision of a truck for sewage network maintenance, in addition to the provision of furniture and equipment to the newly established Social Development Center of the Ministry of Social Affairs in Ibbi and building the capacity of its team.
انتوا لا تقدروا شو صار لازم تعرفوا كيف كانت.
الله يبارك فيكم هاي شغله كثير حلوه للحوار لا ما عندنا شيء.
This was a small glimpse of the 380 projects that have been implemented by LHSP. How were these projects chosen? A special report.
The projects implemented by LHSP are chosen through the Maps of Risks and Resources methodology, the MRR, which is a conflict-sensitive, participatory needs assessment methodology that identifies the problems, suggested solutions, and priorities through a developmental dialogue between the municipality and the local community.
شغله منيحه انه اعطوا دور للمجتمع المدني، عندنا فعاليات مثقفه في البلد وقادره تعطي.
مشروع خرائط المخاطر والموارد من المشاريع الطموحه التي نامل ان نتمكن من احتضان كل هذا التحدي الكبير على مستوى وطني.
كان توجه الوزارة بالتعاون مع برنامج الأمم المتحدة الإنمائي وبتمويل مشكور من المملكة المتحدة لوضع خطط علمية وعملية للمخاطر والموارد، وما إطلاقها اليوم سوى تعبير عن إرادة وتبصر. أما الإرادة فهي التصميم على اعتلاء الأزمة كما أسلفت وليس الاستسلام لها.
The consultative process outlined today for municipalities to map the risks and resources of their communities is a very positive step in ensuring that the local response fits with what people really need most.
I hope this will encourage additional direct support to the municipalities to enable them to mitigate the impact of the crisis as we jointly committed to at the London conference.
Thank you for watching LHSP News. You can follow our latest updates on social media and on our website lb.undp.org.